So we'll just have a little kiki and a little kiki, a little chat. We'll put the UE booms on, the speakers, and we'll just get a bit silly.
So I've come to Josh's house, aka Sylvia Daze, aka founder of the House of Daze, to have a cup of tea and a nice chat.
Hey,
Hello,
how are you
Josh.
doing?
Mwah, mwah. Lovely to
in.
meet you.
You too, come in. Zen.
So, for people who don't know drag, what is drag? Can you explain it?
Drag, I guess, it is anyone expressing themselves in any way that kind of involves, dressing up and getting involved and just art in itself.
Yeah.
Like
a performance.
It's a performance, yeah. It's expressing a side of you that you don't necessarily get to do on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And so drag is, RuPaul always says we're all born naked and the rest is drag. You wake up in the morning and we all have a day job and we all have our roles to play.
It is a performance. Life is a performance.
Yeah, exactly.
We're
and
acting a lot
for sure.
time.
Like, you'll wake up and put on your uniform, say you're a postman, that postman puts on his uniform and walks out the door, and I reckon, or for me at least, when that last bit of the uniform goes on, you're like, right, okay, cool, I am now a postman.
It's drag.
Yeah, and that's your drag. So it's armour, it's art, it's something that expresses a side of you or can bring something out of you, I guess. If that makes any sense.
No, that makes complete sense. Because a lot of, I feel like a lot of the stereotypes is that drag is for gay men to dress up as a woman. But I know the House of Daze in particular, it's very open.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's something that the girls and I really make sure we champion, is the fact that we are just very inclusive and anything goes.
Yeah.
And it's so inspiring to see people come up to you, after a show and say, I want to do drag and I want to do this and I'd love to perform, or I'd love to kind of do something with you guys, whether they be straight, bi, gay, anything. And it's so beautiful to see that kind of diverse range of people wanting to kind of explore what drag is and what drag is to them.
Your drag persona is Sylvia Daze. Where does that come from, and how much of Sylvia Daze is Josh?
Good question. I think we're pretty much 50-50, I think.
Okay.
Sylvia Daze is...
Does Sylvia creep into your life when you are
Josh?
Oh
God, yeah.
Yes.
I sometimes think we're more or less the same person.
Okay.
But yeah, Sylvia does get to exercise that kind of more feminine side than I guess I would on a day-to-day basis. I don't have a wig on right now. I don't have full face. I'm not kind of trying to sculpt my face to look like a woman, or try to anyway. I act as the same as Sylvia a lot of the time, but I do like that boy side of me as well.
Okay.
But Sylvia itself, she came from heavily influenced by my grandmas. And
oh really?
Yeah.
Your grannies?
My grannies.
Oh.
So Sylvia's actually my nanny. I've got a nanny Chips and a nanny Annie. Nanny Chips is called Sylvia.
Okay.
And she is just the most amazing lady ever.
Yeah.
She's so
shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Nanny Chips. It's her birthday on Saturday actually. So yeah, happy birthday.
Nice.
And then Nanny Annie she's such a gal. She'd host the party, so fabulous, rollers in her hair. She'd always have a cigarette on the go and a gin and tonic 8 o'clock at night.
Like a movie star.
Literally. And we were like kindred spirits. We were always we were just great
Great
the
pals.
Best of, literally. And she always used to say, sit down, darling, have a cigarette and take light of your mascara.
Oh,
so that's
the name. That's the name of your.
That's the name of the show.
Yeah.
And
Does
it's just,
she know that?
Yeah.
She was this big inspiration for
drag
shows.
Yeah, she loves it. She's like, oh god, and I'm like, well, you should come down. She's like, can't do it with these hips, but yeah, she knows and she loves it, and I always make sure that she's updated with pictures and stuff.
Yeah. And the rest of your family, when you started to first, get into drag, you told me you used to do makeup on your mum. Yeah. Were they very supportive?
Absolutely, yeah. My mum always used to buy me hairbands and makeup brushes and get me little bits and bobs, like beauty-wise, for when I was younger. So when I like my
girlfriend. She really let you express yourself.
Yeah. And so when my girlfriends used to come around, I'd be like, right, let's plait your hair and stuff. And I was doing my mum's and like my brother's girlfriend's hairdos when like they would go to like my dad's charity balls and things. I was like, who did your hair? Was it Josh? I'd be like 13, like before the adventure went to work.
When did you have the idea for House of Daze? When did you first?
When did I first have the idea? So I mean, my like number one ride or die, Blazing Rose, who is obviously part of the House of Daze as well, also goes by the name of Jess.
Yeah.
We met over rocks in geology class in college, and she's like my best friend. And we always used to. So obviously after the YouTube videos and stuff, we both.
So you made YouTube videos.
I did once upon a time. We were watching YouTube videos together, and we both kind of like loved it. We both loved makeup. We both loved what we were seeing.
Did you try it out on each other and dress up and stuff?
Yeah. So my mum and dad would go away, and so we'd have the house to ourselves around like 17, 18, and we'd be like, right, let's do it. Let's have a couple of drinks and let's get into drag.
Did you blast the tunes on?
Get
the heels out.
We went quiet for about an hour and a half, just like trying to, because also, you know, gluing down brows straight up is like the first thing you have to.
It's such an art.
And doing it straight off the bat, like without having done it before, and trying to get into drag, oh my god, it was like wasn't good. Yeah. The face was kind of there, like like being into makeup and stuff, the face was kind of there, but it obviously had a long way to go. But yeah, and then I finished uni and I realised that I wasn't necessarily that happy in London, and I made a decision to move to Norwich, to move here.
Hello.
Haven't looked back. But with that said, I remember it like yesterday. I went out of the flat because I didn't want any of my flatmates to hear me. And I was like...
Did you sneak out?
I snuck out. I was just like standing on the street outside the off-licence, like, I was like, Jess, Blazing Rose. I was like, babes, like, you know I'm not happy here and I just need to do something about it. I was like, I think I've just been on the phone to my dad, like, I'm going to come back to Norwich. Yeah. And then she went, take the weight off. And I was like, took the words right out of my mouth.
And then that was your show.
And that was it. But yeah, so we moved on the 1st of January, and then our first show was like 3 weeks later.
Wow.
Yeah. And I knew
Norwich is a good place to do it because it's very supportive.
Absolutely.
And good to start things here. Whereas London, it can be a bit...
Absolutely.
all encompassing.
Oh god, yeah. And that was another amazing thing about Norwich, being the fact that I kind of grew up around here, and I knew what the scene was, and I knew what I knew there was a gap for drag here, and I wanted to fill it, and I knew that we could. So it was a really kind of good place to start and kind of exercise the artistic kind of side of Norwich, and bring that out.
I'm really intrigued about the rest of your house.
Yeah.
Can we have a look?
Of course you can. Oh god. Hope it's tidy. Right. This is a room dedicated to drag. It's not a very exciting room. It's kind of a bit odd. This is what I did. I did this when I was like in GCSE.
I'm gonna spill it over.
No, do you want to try one on?
Yes.
So
is this for Sylvia?
So, story.
I love the hair.
Story.
This is like my dream hair.
I do need to give it a bit of a brush because the last time I wore it, I was whipping my hair back and forth. But story about this wig. I wasn't actually going to wear this for the show for our first birthday, but I stumbled across it online and I kind of fell in love with it. And I kind of thought I did want a pink wig as well with my outfit.
It's very mermaidy.
Well, she's called Sylvia.
Yeah.
The wig is called Sylvia.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they all have different names. Like when you buy them, this is like called India.
Okay.
And stuff like that. But this is called Sylvia, so I thought I had to get it.
You have to get it.
Right, so we need a wig cap. So if you hold Sylvia, we'll go in. Is there a wig cap in there? No. The Daze backdrop. There we go.
Lovely.
Behind the scenes, just paper and blue tack. No, I think we do need a wig cap.
What's in here?
This is the closet with all the drag stuff in.
Let's see. What is
Should we dress you up?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Can we get this out?
Yeah, get the whole lot out.
That's amazing.
This is what I wore for my first birthday, or our first birthday, I should say.
Because you're a makeup artist.
Makeup artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I work at MAC during the week. And then...
Does that job kind of help your drag life as well?
Yeah, it does. Well,
Yeah.
it's a good discount. Slash.
Yeah. Cool. Let's
Put
go in
her
the
on.
room. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Josh, you're
Yes.
dressing me up in drag. I already feel like a queen.
I mean, we're going to have to actually, like, you know, do a bit of styling. But,
Yes.
but yeah, she's feeling it.
I think she is. She's
Yeah.
gonna come out. How do you, go about developing a drag persona? Because Sylvia Daze has been your own persona, but what about the other girls in the House of Daze?
So I think it's somewhat of a process and also something that's just within you almost. So Sylvia Daze obviously was always there as part of who I was.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I actually started doing drag that I was obviously able to exercise it on a more kind of visual and outspoken level.
A bit of that cheekiness comes out.
Exactly. It takes a minute. Like, so it will develop and it will develop over time, but it's in you. Yeah. And I would say that if I was to get you up into full drag right now, your face fully beat, whole outfit, and turned you around in the chair and you looked in the mirror for the first time, something would come over you. Yeah. And you would feel completely different.
Reborn.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. 100%.
Cool. What do you, when you look in the mirror at Sylvia, how does that make you feel?
Sorry, I'm trying to turn you also do your makeup. It makes me feel powerful. It makes me feel fabulous. Yeah. Like, I love Sylvia so much. Yeah. She's just such a silly person.
What's the next step?
For drag itself, I think it's just going to continue to kind of like come into mainstream culture a lot more. RuPaul's Drag Race being a big kind of bringer to the front. Yeah. I think it's definitely going to be a lot more in mainstream culture, and people are going to start to realise that, drag is amazing. Yeah. It's for anyone to try.
It's fun.
Yeah. Oh my God. I think I might have just kind of like invented a new quick lip look. Yes. That looks insane.
Does it?
Doesn't it? Yes. I got a nod. Okay, cool. And sunglasses.
Yes. Are you going to go on my eyes or on my head? Ooh,
oh gosh.
On my nose.
There we go. There we are. I think you're very boho. Very kind of John Lennon? John Lennon.
John Lennon?
Yeah.
Yeah, John Lennon.
Meets Summer meets drag.
John Lennon meets Summer meets drag.
So I think maybe I think you're Summer Hayes.
Okay. Yes, I'm Summer Hayes.
And also such a beautiful name as well.
It is lovely.
So, would you please like to have a little look in the mirror, Summer Hayes?
Oh my gosh, I love her. She's amazing.
Do you love her?
Yes, she's like a daisy.
She's
like a
Daisy.
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 Is that it?
With a Z.
Okay, Daisy.
Oh, you should have a little like Daisy crown as well next time for Friday for the show.
I feel very confident in her.
Good, you should. Feel like you take on the world.
Yeah.
Good.
Take on Norwich.
That is drag. Getting a pair of heels and a wig and you
Norwich
can do
first,
anything.
And then the world.
Yes.
House of Daze from Daisy. Sylvia Daze.
We out! Right now.